Hey everybody, welcome back to Jackie's Kitchen. You guys are in for guys and gals, in for a real treat tonight. So I am making what we call the no-name dish. This is something me and my family made up a few years ago, and we eat it randomly, and it turns out really well. So it's pretty simple, and all the ingredients are optional based on your own preference. But what we do is we take boneless, skinless chicken breast. We're going to dice that up. I'm going to use a 1 pound pack of bacon, and I'm also going to slice it up when I fry it, like in small pieces, almost not like bits but chunks. And then I'm going to use a half of this pack of 8-ounce pack of diced ham, and then I've got some bell peppers, and I've got some minced garlic and an onion, and then I'm going to top with cheese. Now, I used to eat it plain, just like make it how I'm going to make it, and then eat it with anything, but recently we decided that we actually like it with the yellow rice. So I just bought the Mahatma brand today because it was a larger bag, so that we could have a little bit more extra. And then this yellow rice is seasoned, so this makes it like really good combination. So I've already started boiling 5.5 cups of water to start the rice, so that it's cooked and like really tender by the time the rest of the stuff's done. And I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil to the water. And then since the water's already at a rolling boil, once I dump this rice in, I'm going to give it a stir and then cover it, then put the lid on and just let it ride out while we do everything else and prep the rest of the stuff for our skillet part. Actually a really simple process. I'm basically going to take and slice open this bacon, and I'm going to pull the entire pound out, slap it down, entire pound of bacon into these chunks here. I'm going to use it all. If you don't eat pork, that's fine. You can still make this recipe minus the bacon and ham. I don't know what else you would throw in with your chicken, but you could still do it, you know, with basically just the chicken. Now, because there's a lot of fat on this bacon, this end chunk of fat I'm going to discard. And then I'm going to turn my skillet here on medium high, and I'm going to take all these bacon pieces and kind of like break them up as I put them in my skillet. Now, so we've got our bacon pieces frying and our rice is boiling, and I've taken my chicken breast and I trim off like the fat and like the veiny looking parts and anything like that. You don't have to. And then I'm going to cut these into chunks. So they're not going to be like tiny small, but they're going to be like bite-sized pieces. I would say for sure I want my pieces bigger than like popcorn chicken pieces. So I do like bigger chunks, and if you like them smaller, the size of your chicken pieces really doesn't matter. But since this is like breast meat, you're going to definitely want to watch like your cooking time, because this white chicken breast meat tends to like cook a whole lot faster, you know, obviously than its counterparts in the bone pieces. So, but anyway, so yeah, you cut your chicken pieces in any size that you want. We're going to cut these up, and then we're going to set them off to the side while we wait for the bacon to finish. My bacon is now about halfway cooked, because I want it to cook, you know, a little better than that, but it's about halfway cooked now. So I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken so it can start cooking in the bacon grease as well. The bacon's made plenty of good grease at this point, so I'm just going to slosh all that in there. Stir really well. We want to coat all the pieces of the chicken so they can start sauteing nicely. And my rice is almost done over here, so I'm going to get ready to turn it off and let it just simmer. And I'm going to let this chicken cook on medium high with this bacon, and we're going to go prepare our veggies. I decided to use red and yellow. I like the colorfulness. I don't think the flavor gets me either way. So I just like the colorfulness of putting the pretty peppers in the food. So I'm going to slice up me a, like I said, yellow a yellow and a red bell pepper. You can use any color. Green works well. I usually, you know, if I don't have these colors, I just use green or whatever peppers I do have. So you don't have to worry about getting the colored ones if you don't want to. It just makes it look pretty. Into strips and then halves. Like super simple. I don't want my pieces real small so that they sog up and you can't taste them. So just, you know, strips and then halves. There is my bell peppers, all nice and pretty. And then I'm going to slice up some of this onion here. A medium-sized sweet onion. I just took the peeling off the outside. And I'm going to use most of this onion. I really like onions. I really like garlic. I eat actually like a super lot of it because I hate getting bit by mosquitoes. And when I lived down in Florida, a lot of people there would tell me that if you eat a lot of, you know, garlic and onion, you don't get bit by mosquitoes. And it tends to work well for me. So I do not hold back on my garlic and onion. So I'm going to use both sides of the onion. Like I said, this is a medium, like sweet onion, not one of the jumbo yellow and I usually I cook a lot with like purple, red, or whatever color you like to call them. Onions, I really tend to like those. But for this and the purposes of what we're making today, we're just using this plain old, medium-sized sweet onion. So there it is, finally done with all the cutting and chopping. The onions, bell peppers are ready. I've got minced garlic. I'm getting ready to toss the ham and all this into the pan with the chicken and the bacon. Stir it all up, let it simmer, let it cook, let it saute, all of it together with a little bit of pepper and salt. And then we're going to put this over the top of some of our yellow rice and smash. I told you I never hold back, so I'm going to go ahead and add 2, you know, comes out to be maybe like a little over a tablespoon of garlic just for now because I might actually want more. I'm going to stir that in just a little bit, circulate it around. And then I'm going to add some of these diced ham pieces here that I showed you earlier. I couldn't find the ones I normally get. I really like the Kentucky Legend brand diced ham. It's kind of like smoky a little bit, and I like it. So I'm going to use about half. And this is an 8-ounce package. If you actually are like a big ham fan, you can, you know, if you have some leftover ham or some other kind of ham that you prefer, you by all means can add that. And if you don't like ham, then leave that out. This is what it looks like. I've got the chicken, the bacon, the ham, bell pepper, onion, garlic, all mixed together, frying in my skillet. And the next step is just to add some salt and pepper and let it ride. Now this is about done. It's all like fried and kind of incorporated together, and this is going to be so delicious. So I've got my rice ready and steaming, piping hot. This is going to be savory and just absolutely delightful. My rice is nice and fluffy, and this is going to work out really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bowl and scoop me some rice in. And then I'm going to take a scoop of my no-name dish meat mixture. And I do want a little bit of chicken. Come on, I'm getting so much bacon. All right, there. So I've got a little bit of peppers, a little bit of onions, some of the chicken, my rice at the bottom. And my absolute final touch is going to be to sprinkle the top with cheese. So I'm not going to overdo my cheese. So I'm going to let this sit over here and cool off for about maybe like a minute or two, and then I'm going to show you how wonderful this is. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in to Jackie's Kitchen for another wonderful fun surprise. Today I did make what my family calls the no-name dish. It's something we just kind of made up, and we really like it. It looks really, really yummy, as you can see, and it's going to be really good. I can't wait to dig into this, and I'm going to try to see if I can't get a bite with a little bit of everything. I want some of the rice, some of the peppers, some of the onions. So it's gonna really make me look like I'm so hungry so I can get a big enough bite to include every single piece that I want. It's so good. It's never a letdown. And you can always mix it up and add some other things. And if you do add some other stuff, be sure to comment down below and let us know what you added to your no-name dish. And I hope you join us again next week for Jackie's Kitchen. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, and enjoy your no-name dish.